Right, here we go. So this is the mock question 2. I've decided to copy the actual fourth paragraph for you here so that you can see it at a glance and really focus on how language has been used to present the bed and breakfast and to make it seem mysterious. So, as I said before, nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, and their effects. Or what you can do really quickly is make sure you annotate all the nouns, the main verbs, adjectives, pronouns, and just think about what kind of tone they seem to create in the passage, connotations, and link it back to that key word, that focus. Remember? Mysterious. If you don't link it back to how it makes the bed and breakfast mysterious, you are going to lose marks. Right. Now, remember the third bullet point? You get marks for sentence forms. Well, here's a table that goes through the different sentence types in a very simplistic way and basic manner, because you need to know the basics. Simple, compound, complex, and listing technique, and so on. These are the basic sentence forms that you need to know. And what you might not know is the effect of each sentence type. So a simple sentence, is usually used to create this factual tone. It's often used to um, describe or refer to statistics. It can be used to understate something. Now, for those of you who don't know what understatement means, to understate something is to mention something without actually describing how emotionally shocking it is. So make sure that you understand that understatement is the opposite of exaggeration. When you understate something, that means you are not using exaggeration at all. So, for example, if a dog passed away, the understatement is he died. Whereas an exaggeration would be focusing on how your life is no longer going to continue. You can't live without your pet dog. And apologies for those of you who have pets and so on, not aiming to hurt your feelings at all. But you know what I mean. So, understatement is normally used through simple sentences. However, complex sentences are used to create this sense of urgency. Emotive language is often used to increase the pace. You've got these listing techniques often used as well. So let's quickly look back at the extract and look at how the bed and breakfast is described. And you can see here that each word was like a large black eye staring at him through the glass, holding him, hypnotizing him, forcing him, blah, blah, blah. So this is quite a complex sentence, and it's using a lot of exaggeration, also known as hyperbole, hyperbole. So you need to always think, what's the effect? How does it affect the reader's feelings? You guys are magicians, after all, now. So, let's look at language techniques and their effects here. Look for any of the following. Just take a good minute hunting for any of the following. And what I've done is in the next slide, I will show you what I've found. Okay, so here we go. Contrasting imagery. Notice there's a contrast between the stillness of being caught and the control he had over his movements earlier on in the extract where he was turning and walking briskly and stepping back. Contrast between this man, Billy, and the small notice, because it's a small notice that catches his attention, his eye. Peculiar, that word has been used quite a few times. The fact that a small notice is capturing this man is quite peculiar. Billy is metaphorically being caught. So this metaphorical representation could have implicit meanings because we normally associate someone being caught. For example, fishing. Fish are often caught. So this signals a sense of danger and dehumanization. Dehumanization is when human characteristics are taken away from a human and that human being is described as an animal or degraded completely. Right, so you need to zoom into the words and think about the sentence types and language techniques for question 2. And next, we will be looking at question number 3, which most of you have been struggling with, because some of you, for some reason, write about adverbs and adjectives, even though you know that it's a structure question. So I'm going to make sure that you know what I mean by structural devices and structure in our next video.